Alright, ladies and gentlemen, Joker's Wild is here. I've been playing it a little bit recently, definitely hopping into Gambit Prime and the Reckoning, but I did want to go over the weekly reset guide and basically everything that has changed and some of the new stuff that's come in, things like Pinnacle Weapons and some other cool stuff. So just a heads up, this will be a longer video, so if you want to stick around, that would be greatly appreciated. First up, if you guys didn't know, Drifter is in a new spot. He's actually down here in the Annex, which is pretty awesome. So let's just check out what he has. So he has some new stuff here. First up, you have the Power Surge bounty. So if you are below 640, this will automatically give you some 640 gear, which is pretty cool. I low-key might pick him up just to see what gear I get, see if I get any god rolls, to be honest, just to figure out all of that stuff. But let's go over the bounties. So you have Prime weekly bounties. You can only hold one of these at a time, so they're each catered to the 4 roles. So this one looks like it is the Invader one. So basically, you just have to win matches in the Reckoning, just win 4 of them. It's pretty simple. And then earn points in Gambit by defeating opposing Guardians and denying motes. Same thing with this is the Reaper one. So earn points in Gambit by defeating hostile combatants. Stronger hostiles are worth more. Same thing with the Reckoning. All these have the same for the Reckoning one, so just do 4 matches of that. But next, we have earn points in Gambit by depositing motes and sending blockers. This is the Collector one. And then the Sentry, which is going to be my favorite, by the way. Earn points in Gambit by killing blockers, invaders, and prime evils, which is pretty cool. Next, we have the Prime daily bounties. So this will actually give you the synths for every single one. So this is for the Invader. Deny motes. You got to do 15 of those. Well, I'm not going to read through the daily ones. You can read through the daily ones just because they're going to change every day. But then you also have the Prime Civic Duty bounties. So these actually don't deal with Gambit or Gambit Prime themselves. You can actually go out into the world and do these, which is pretty cool. I do not know if these are daily or weekly, but it does give you some infamy rank points and some synths, which is pretty cool. So we'll definitely figure out next week if these ones change or weekly or daily, but I know these ones are daily and these ones up here are weekly. I guess we'll figure out what these ones are. Obviously, for the powerful gear drop, you can do the Might of the Traveler, which is earn points by casting supers, defeating enemies with supers, and creating orbs of light in the Crucible. And what's pretty cool, since we're here, I do want to go over some stuff. So basically, you can actually earn this weapon once you max out your rank, which is reach Infamy rank 15, and you can get this God Roll Distant Relation. It's not a full masterwork, but what's pretty cool, Precision Frame comes with Fluted Barrel, greatly increases handling speed and slight increased stability. You get Steady Rounds for that increased stability, Triple Tap, and Dragonfly, plus a Reload Masterwork. So this is basically like what would be considered the God Roll Scout Rifle for PvE. That's what this thing is really. Probably for Gambit too as well, especially if you can use it against PvP enemies as well. This thing's pretty solid. I'm definitely going to pick this up. But also going over the Pinnacle Weapon, which is pretty awesome. So Pinnacle Weapon is a light machine gun called the 21% Delirium. This is the quest you can pick up for it. You have to complete the Gambit Triumph Notorious Hustle, which I'll just read that off really quick. Should be right here. I'm pretty sure I have it marked. Yeah. In any Gambit activity, earn multi-kills of 5 or more, defeat primeval envoys, and reset your infamy rank. So it is a little bit grindy, but it's nothing that's like super hard to accomplish. Speaking of the Drifter, Gambit has changed a little bit, so if you go to the director and go down to Gambit, it'll actually take you into its own little separate screen, which is pretty cool. So you actually have access to regular Gambit, which is over here, Gambit Prime, which is friggin' sick. You also have Gambit private matches. Now, we will be getting Gambit Prime private matches on April 2nd, but you can only play Gambit for now. And then we also have the Reckoning, which is the new endgame activity, which is going to be freaking cool. This is where you actually get the gear to be able to use in Gambit Prime. So that's going to be pretty cool. We actually get Tier 2 on Friday, so I'll be covering Xur and that on Friday. Let's go over some new stuff that Lord Shaxx has. So obviously there is a Pinnacle Weapon, but before I do that, if you hit Max Valor rank, you actually have the opportunity to get the Last Perdition. This was a Year 1 weapon, and now has, I guess, what would be considered the Curator role from Shaxx. Comes with Rampage and Rangefinder, and you can either do Accurized Rounds or Tactical Mag. They have a bunch of sight options right here, but it does come with the Range Masterwork as well. This thing would be pretty freaking solid in Crucible. Like, I'd probably put on Tactical Mag considering you already have Rangefinder, but still, like, this original roll was actually really good, and just putting Rangefinder on just makes it like 1,000 times better, which is insane. But I do want to go over the Recluse, which is the new Crucible Pinnacle Weapon that you can earn It's pretty solid over here. It says, from the mouths of babes, you have to complete the Triumph the Stuff of Myth. So coming over here to the Triumphs, go to the Crucible tab, glow down to Glory, I believe it is, and it's right here, the Stuff of Myth. In the Crucible, win matches and earn Glory rank Fabled. Competitive and Iron Banner matches grant the most efficient progress. So it says win matches, so this could be in quick play, but you have to make sure you reach Fabled in Glory. That's like the one step right there, and then any competitive or Iron Banner matches give you more progress toward your win percentage if you win. So got to keep that in mind as well. All right, here at Savalas, check out some of his changes as well. So what's pretty cool, there actually is a curated role of the Service Revolver. This was in Warmind, but it used to just come with Outlaw, now comes with Outlaw and Zen Moment, which is pretty cool, and Accurized rounds. Plus, you could probably put on Crossfire if you wanted for that increased range. Just because you have Zen Moment, if you get a hit, it's automatically going to come back to basically where it just was. So I think this roll right here is going to be very, very solid for Crucible, especially if you can hit your headshots effectively. Like, again, I think this one is just going to be a kinetic version of what would be the Trust. Right? Does that make sense? Because I have a Trust with Outlaw and Zen Moment with Accurized rounds. So, I mean, it's basically just going to be the same thing. For the Pinnacle weapon, it is called the Oxygen SR3, I believe. Let's see if the quest will load. There we go. Yeah, it is Oxygen SR3. You have to complete the Strike Triumph the Best Offense. Let's go over to Triumphs down here. Go to Strikes. Head over to the second tab where it actually goes over Strikes. Here is... Yeah, here it is. In any strike activity, land precision final blows, generate orbs, and complete various activities. So basically hit headshots, generate some orbs, and complete some strikes. Nightfalls actually grant more towards this progress, so keep that in mind. Alright, we're here at Petra in the Dreaming City. As you can tell, we are at the Devilian Mist. We are on the second out of the third curse week, so this is like the mid-curse week and whatnot, but let's check out what she has. So first up, there's going to be the daily mission, which is the Oracle Engine one. Gotta go defeat those two big taken ogres. Next, you could do War for the Dreaming City, which is complete 8 daily bounties, get a powerful gear drop. Next, you could do the Ascendant Challenge, which is pretty cool. This time, it is the third one out of the 6th, and it's in the Spine of Carries. It's basically the jumping puzzle one, kinda. And then obviously you have Gateway Between Worlds, which basically this will give you a little more insight into the lore and what's going on inside the Dreaming City, because you're going to get the offering to the Oracle to turn in. So that's going to be pretty cool. Alright, we're at Spyder. Let's check out what he has. So obviously for his wanted bounties, the top row just gives you legendary, oh, what the heck is it? Just Tangled Shore gear. Bottom row gives you that gear and enhancement cores. But for the powerful gear drop, it looks like we have the Combustor Vows, which is on Mercury. This is the one where you have to kill that big, boss incinerator dude. So it's a Cabal one, but I mean, it's pretty simple as long as you have Telesto in my opinion. So yeah, don't even worry about it. Don't sweat it. It's easy. If you want another powerful gear drop, Ada1 is right here, and you can actually pick up her frames to get a powerful gear drop as well. And it's pretty cool. Gotta complete the 2 weeklies. So gotta do 2 forges and complete 7 daily bounties. Once you do those, you can actually pick up weapon frames. And looks like this time around we have the sniper frame, which can be forged at the Go Phantom Forge, the sword frame, which can be forged at the Valunda Forge, and the auto frame, which can be forged at the Valunda Forge, or you can forge any of them at the Baguzia Forge for the opportunity for the curated role, which is pretty cool. Once you complete 2 of these, you actually get an armor drop, which is a powerful gear drop as well. Going over the research frames, you gotta kill 30 Guardians with energy weapons, complete 3 lost sectors in the Dreaming City, defeat 2 taken primeals in any Gambit match, gather materials from resource nodes on any destination, and then defeat 2 strike bosses. Going over Crucible, obviously you have your daily and weekly milestones, but Mayhem is the rotating playlist, so if you want to knock out some triumphs inside of that playlist, definitely go hop in there, get your super a lot of times. It's pretty cool. Let's go over the Vanguard. So obviously the daily heroic story missions, the strikes, and their heroic adventures have the same modifiers, and it looks like we have Solar Singe this time around, which basically means all solar damage is increased from all sources slightly. Yeah, just slightly, not a lot. And then obviously you have 2 daily modifiers and stuff like that. But let's go over the 3 Nightfalls. Obviously you could complete a Nightfall and get 100k score as the challenge, but it looks like we have Strange Terrain. This is the Nokris Strike, where you can get the Braytech rocket launcher. Definitely need to knock that one out. Next we have Savathun's Song, delve deep in the Hive-invested archaeology in search of missing fire teams. This is the Hive Shrieker. This has the opportunity to give you the duty-bound auto rifle, and then you have the Will of Thousands. Obviously this is the Zol Strike, which has the opportunity to give you the Zol Transmat effect as the Nightfall reward. Looks like the flashpoint this time around is Titan, so obviously you can do public events, you can do the heroic adventures, and you can complete lost sectors to complete the flashpoint. You can obviously still complete Ikora's milestone, which is complete 20 bounties, but let's check out Hawthorne. Some things have changed, so there are no daily bounties anymore, but you do have some weekly bounties that you can complete with some clan mates, which is pretty cool. So this will actually earn you some bonus clan XP on top of what you get. Basically, when you complete activities, you get XP like you could in year 1. So they kind of reverted it back to that one, but if you want some bonus XP, it's pretty cool. Looks like we have complete the Nightfall Strike with clanmates, complete Crucible Matches with clanmates, just gotta do 10 of those, and then complete any raid with clanmates, which is pretty cool. And then for the clan perks, it says complete matches of Gambit Prime with clanmates, but you actually have to have the clan perk this time around. So let's check out some of these perks. It looks like the first one is increases public event rewards. That's pretty cool. I guess if you do like to do public events. Completing a weekly Hawthorne bounty awards mod components. I guess everybody needs some of those. Completing a clan vendor challenge awards enhancement course. So I definitely love me some more of those. Next, increases the drop rate of Crucible and Strike Catalyst when playing with clanmates. That is key. Alright, I'm still missing a lot of those exotic catalysts from year 1. So keep that in mind. And then obviously the last one unlocks an additional weekly bounty for Hawthorne. So once you hit max clan rank, you can actually get access to this one down here. For the weekly raid challenge, it looks like we have the summoning ritual, which I believe, I'm not 100% sure. I believe this is the Kali ritual. Don't take my word for it. Definitely look it up if you want to. And then we have To Each Their Own. Again, this is for Scourge of the Past. Definitely look it up because I can't think of it off the top of my head. Let's go over Eververse. Now, since it is a new season, that means there are new things to purchase with Bright Dust. There's a new engram. The new engram is called the Notorious Engram. Prismatic Matrix is gone. That is gone. Basically, what they replaced it with is that these packages will change every week that you can buy. So I'm really not going to go into them, to be honest, because like I think it was really stupid of them to do this. I really don't like that you actually have to pay money to do this. Like I'd rather earn it. Like they just broke up with Activision and now they're kind of doing what Activision was doing. You know what I mean? So I got a message from somebody. Noise. Hopefully it's nothing negative. But I do want to go over what is inside the Notorious Engram. So there is a specific armor set for every class, which is pretty cool. So the Warlock one looks like some OG Destiny 1 Warlock armor. It's pretty cool. The Hunter set actually looks like what Petra would wear if she was a Guardian. And then the Titan set looks kind of weird. It looks like the Taken King set. I really don't like the Titan set, but I do like the Warlock and the Hunter set a lot. Let's go over some ornaments. I don't think I'm going to go into them because it's going to take a long time and I don't want to take up any of your time. You can go and check them out themselves, but you can obviously get the Laconic ornament for the last word. I'm assuming not a lot of people got it, so it's still available in the rotation. Next, we have Caution, Heavy Machinery for the Prospector, the Vigil for Saint 14 for the Vigilance Wing, the Vostok for Warcliffe Coil, Climate Change for Rat King, the Colony XZ812 for the Colony. Next, we have Four-Headed Mongrel for the Cerberus +1, Red String of Fate, which is the one you can see behind all those little images for the Malfeasance. Then we have the Panama Ravine for the Chaperone. And then we have some legendary ornaments. We have Draws High for the new Gambit Grenade Launcher Doomsday. Head all the way over here. Next we have Insomnia for a new Gambit weapon called the Night Watch, which looks like a scout rifle. Next we have the Ozymandias for the Last Man Standing shotgun. It's the Gambit shotgun. Out of Place for the new Gambit Sidearm Lonesome. At any cost for the new Gambit Sniper Soul Survivor, the Bunker for the new Gambit SMG Bug Out Bag. Then for the Loaded Question we have Powerful Statement, which is basically just a Vanguard ornament for that. Next we have the 87% Inui for the 21% Delirium. This is going to be the machine gun for the Gambit Pinnacle Weapon. Next we have the Perflorian Car. I'm not going to say that whole thing. It's for the Oxygen SR3, which is the Pinnacle Weapon for the Vanguard, and then we have Itsy Bitsy Spyder for the Recluse, which is pretty cool. So going over these, we have some ornaments for the Hunter. We have Unyielding for the Oathkeeper, and then Thalia's Reach for the Liar's Handshake. This is a new exotic. It looks very OP. I'm not going to talk about it a lot because it's about the weekly reset. Once I get hands on the exotic, I'll definitely play around with it. Next, we have Ursa's Martimus for the Ursa Furiosa, and then Odo's Resolve for the new exotic called the Stronghold for the Titan. It's pretty cool. Next we have the Hateful Wish for the Skull of Daira Hamkara. Thank you. I definitely wanted a new ornament for that. And then we also have Aaron Swagger for the Getaway Artist, which is a new gauntlet for the Warlock. Pretty thick right there. Let's just quickly go over some ghost shells. I'm not going to go over all of them, but for exotics, it looks like we have the Hissing Silent Shell, we have the Plasma Shell, and then the Sunshot Shell. Yes, the Sunshot Shell literally looks like the Sunshot Barrel. They could have been a little more creative in my opinion. Let's go over some emotes, just real quick going over the exotic ones. Looks like we have Chair Pop, Chicken Dinner, Rock Out, and then Cup of Tea. Go, cup of tea, mate. So, all the British people can make fun of me for that because I know it's not that good. But going over sparrows, we have the Barebones SL19, another inspired idea, and then the Praxic Finery sparrow. This one kind of looks like a warlock sparrow. So this one looks like a hunter. Maybe this one's like specifically for like Titans or specifically themed toward Titans. Maybe not 100% sure. Let's go over some ships. Some exotic ships they have. There's 2 of them. Looks like we have this Sulking Fox, which is actually like the Cabal one, and then we have the Threat Display, which literally looks like a regular Year 1 ship. So going over some shaders from the Eververse one. Obviously, you can get all the old ones, but there are some new ones in here. It looks like we have Bloody Tooth, Atlantic Rush. That one's actually from Destiny 1. Chrome Stock, Verdigris, the Reef Maid, and then the War Brick. So you can get those, including all of the other ones from every other expansion, all that great jazz. Going over, oh, I don't know why the heck I'm going over mods. Oh, okay, I know why I'm going over mods, because of ghost projections. There are new ghost projections. It looks like you have like a raid theme one right here, the Siva theme, Crane projection, and the Viper projection. That's pretty cool. Rare ones, you have a Moat, Invade, Bank, Collect, Fight, and then just the Twin Snake. And then there's some new transmat effects. We have 4 new transmat effects. You have Twin Snake effects, the Jade Coin effects, Sterile Neutrino effects, and then the Illicit transmat effects, which you can also pick up all the other transmat effects as well. We do have some new Bright Dust purchases, so we have a Grooving Emote in the Awaken the Warmind, Sparrow, Praxic Justice, and Mappa Murderum. 2 ships, DSV Huygens 9, I'm pretty sure that's how you say it. Then you have Arm Coat. Ghostwise, you have City Courier Shell, and then we also have the Ghost Projection, which is the Fight Projection. It looks like you can get the boots for every single class this time around, so keep that in mind. So for the Hunter and the Titan, you can also get those. These are the Warlock ones. So you get the new ornament for the Chaperone called the Panama Ravine, and then you also have the Powerful Statement for the Loaded Question, 2 Transmat effects, Illicit Transmat effects, and Green Beam effects, 2 shaders, the Melchizedek Bramble, and then the Furious Bloom. And then you have Gleam Blue, the Vanguard, and the Crucible, and the Fire Team Medallion. We're now at the end of the video, guys. I hope you enjoyed it, but there are 3 things I want to go over. First up, my clan, the D1 Fire Team, is looking for active players in the Destiny community. Our members play all sorts of activities from casual PvE and PvP to the endgame content. If you're actively playing Destiny 2 and want the benefits of a bigger clan, the link to join is below. It'll say clan link. All you have to do is request to join, and myself or one of the admins will approve you. If you're with a smaller clan and want the benefits of a bigger clan, and you have, like, let's say, like 7 to 10 members, I'm just using that as an example, but if you want to come over, just send me a message on any of my social media links and we'll try to get something set up. Number 2, if you want to know how to support me, there's a link below that says best way to support me. That'll take you to a 4-minute video. If you want to go check that out, that would be awesome. But if you don't want to do that, you can always like this video, subscribe to the channel, share this video, and all that good jazz if you want to do any of those things. Lastly, we have a link to the community Discord below. Just a heads up, we're looking for anyone with moderator experience to potentially run the Discord. I know for myself, I'm more of a player instead of a manager, so if you have some moderator experience, just send me a message and we'll try to get something set up. I know for myself, I'm on Xbox, but if you guys would like to talk or chat with me, Discord is going to be the best way to do those things. Alright guys, hope you enjoyed this video. We'll catch you next time.